A family is a cell of the society, and it is also the important environment to forming, nurture, and educate human dignity, which preserve and promotes the traditional culture. Over many generations, Vietnamese families was formed and developed in accordance with the standards of value, contributing to nation's cultural identity. Although Vietnamese families nowadays have changed a bit, the basic functions still remain. A family is still an important and indispensable factor for socio-economic development of the country. With an aim to honor the traditional cultural values of Vietnamese families, June 28th was chosen to be Vietnamese Family Day. This is an important opportunity for everyone in the family to take care of each other, families exchanges, and share their experiences of building standard families, heading to the sustainable development under the context of industrialization, modernization, and international integration. In today's program, we will meet Amory Ewards, an American teacher who is currently living with his family in Hanoi. By sharing his thoughts about Vietnamese Family Day, Amory also introduced the activities of his family in this special day.
Hello and welcome to Sharing Vietnam on VTC10 Net Việt Among Nhất. In our program today, we'll have a talk to Mr. Amory Ewart, teacher at the Language Link Center in Hanoi. He currently living in Vietnam with his family and has experienced a lot about Vietnamese traditional cultures and values. That's the reason why he will be our guest today and share about the Vietnamese Family Day. Thank you, Mr. Amory Ewart, for joining our program today. So today is Vietnamese Family Day, June 28th. How do you feel about this day?
Well, actually, I don't know a lot about Vietnamese Family Day. I understand that it's kind of a new holiday in Vietnam, and unfortunately, we all have to work on that day. But I like the idea of celebrating family.
Right. So is there any kind of special day for all the family members to get together in your country? And are there any differences between this day and the Vietnamese Family Day?
Well, we have a lot of holidays and birthdays that we celebrate together, but we don't have a family day per se. We do have Mother's Day and Father's Day. I think there's a Grandparents' Day, but no family day. The idea of coming together as a family and spending a day together, doing different activities, that's something that we do too, but there's not one particular day set aside for that. Some days we do that, like Christmas, maybe Thanksgiving is another one where we often spend time with family, but it's not set aside only for that purpose.
So what do you think about the traditional values of Vietnamese family in terms of the relationship and connections between all the family members nowadays?
One of the things that I really respect about Vietnamese families is how close they are and how much they take care of each other. It's actually quite normal here to find 3 generations living under the same roof. Back home, it's kind of the exception. Usually the elderly, maybe they still live alone or they're in assisted living of some sort. My family is a little unique in that we've had my grandmother living with us. She lived with us for some time. But I really like the way that that people take care of their family, and then the children also, they take care of their parents as they're aging. And there's a quote in a famous book that says to honor your mother and father, and that's something that I see a lot of Vietnamese people doing very well, taking care of their parents and honoring their parents.
Today, Amory and Vân are all free. Due to the different working schedule, they only have time to go shopping or hang out with friends at the weekends.
We have guests coming over tonight for Family Day. We're excited for that.
Amory and Vân currently are living far from their parents. Like many other Vietnamese family, they always spend time to take care of each other. They share all the housework every day.
Hiện tại thì chúng mình đang ở đây chỉ có hai vợ chồng ở đây với nhau thôi. Vì vậy là gần như là chồng mình thì gần như là người thân duy nhất ở đây và mình cũng là người thân duy nhất của anh ấy ở Việt Nam và ở Hà Nội.
Amory and Ven used to work at the same non-profit organization in Hanoi. They met each other here and joined a lot of interesting activities. When waiting for their friends, Amory and Ven together recollect their love memories.
Khi hai ta về một nhà, khép đôi mi cùng một giường, đôi khi mơ cùng một giấc, thức giấc chung một giờ. Khi hai ta chung một đường, ta vui chung một nỗi vui, nước mắt rơi một dòng, sống chung nhau một đời.
Cái cảm giác mà trong ngày gia đình Việt Nam mà tức là thiếu vắng gia đình thì cũng hơi buồn một chút. Tuy nhiên thì cũng cố gắng là sẽ liên lạc với gia đình, thường thì bọn mình cũng gọi điện hoặc là Skype với là gia đình của anh ấy để bớt cái cảm giác như là mình bị buồn tủi quá hoặc là như nào đấy ở Hà Nội.
Finally, they have come. Amory and Ven also spend time to meet up their close friends in Hanoi. This makes them to forget the homesickness, especially in this meaningful occasion like Vietnamese Family Day. To them, these friends are as intimate and close as their family members.
Với mình thì ngày gia đình Việt Nam thì là một ngày rất là ý nghĩa, tại vì mình nghĩ là ở Việt Nam thì gia đình là một cái điều rất là quan trọng với mỗi người, và đặc biệt là mình và chồng thì hai người đang sống đều xa gia đình cả và bọn mình đều không có cơ hội được sống cùng với gia đình rất là nhiều, cho nên những ngày này mà được tụ họp với bạn bè thực sự là vô cùng là ý nghĩa với mình, vì cơ hội để được nói chuyện với mọi người rồi được chia sẻ rất là hiếm có những cái dịp như thế. Rất là mong muốn những cái ngày như thế này thì được có cơ hội là về thăm gia đình ở bên ngoại cũng như là bên nội. Tất nhiên là không phải lúc nào cũng làm được như thế, nên là cái việc mà bạn bè đến hoặc là có một người thân nào đấy ở bên thì nó rất là quan trọng và ý nghĩa.
So, from the report, we know that you guys had a lot of things to do on the Vietnamese Family Day. Can you share a little bit about your family right now in Vietnam, as well as the relationship between all the family members?
My wife and I are building our own family. We were recently married down in her province, and we also celebrated a wedding up here. And she is also expecting. We're expecting our first child, and so I think having my own family makes it a little different from when I was single and living abroad. I had close friends, during the time that I've lived overseas, but it's a little different when you actually have a family of your own. Makes it a little easier, I think. Right now, my wife and I are both working. My schedule changes fairly frequently. My wife has pretty regular hours, daytime hours. But we're both usually here in the morning, and then at night I get home by about 8 o'clock, and so we have dinner together. One of the biggest surprises, I was very happily surprised when I realized how much she cooked after we got married, and she cooks most nights, so I usually have a nice meal for me at home, ready to eat when I get home.
Can you share some of the unforgettable memories when being with your family?
My wife and I have taken some trips here in Vietnam. We've been to, Sapa together, and there's a mountain near Hanoi. I forget the name of it. There's Ba Vi and one other one that we've been to a couple of times. We've been down to her hometown So yeah, we enjoy getting out of the city. I'm from the countryside myself, and so is my wife, and both of us enjoy getting out of the city. We enjoy the motorbike trips. We do that with friends occasionally. So we've got memories of getting out of the city and into the countryside, into the mountains.
What do you think about the importance of preserving the traditional values and cultural of your family?
Regarding traditions, actually her father, one of the things that he taught me was how to pour tea for my elders. And so, there's certain things in the tradition here that's very different from back home. And so I think, because we have this mixed marriage now, we have to be flexible with each other and with each other's families. And because of the communication barrier between me and her family, it's not always easy to find out exactly how to do things or what to do. But her dad kind of showed me, that I should use two hands when I'm pouring tea and, serve other people, get it ready to serve. And that's kind of my responsibility as, my part in the family. And so, I think that we're going to have to work out ways for us, Vân and I, in our marriage, that we're able to keep the things that are important to us, but to realize that some of the traditions and culture for both of us, maybe we'll have to change and be flexible at times. I think part of it is just respecting one another. I think that's probably the key right there, and to not put the other one down, and to realize that sometimes we're just different, and that's okay.
So on this special occasion of Vietnamese Family Day, June 28th, do you want to give any message to every family in Vietnam?
I respect your culture and the way that Vietnamese take care of each other. And thank you to you Vietnamese families who I've gotten to know, people here who I've gotten to know that have shown me what it means to take care of your family and your friends. I've been very welcomed here by many of you. Love is really important in a family. And I think that love isn't selfish. It's another quote from a book that I've referenced before. It's not self-seeking. It doesn't get angry easily. So be flexible with each other. Allow people to be who they are. Enjoy one another. Life is short.
Thank you, Mr. Harmony Ewart, for joining our program today. And that is also the end of our program Sharing Vietnam. I hope that you will view more information regarding to the Vietnamese Family Day, as well as the love towards all the family members nowadays. Family is all what we got, so just respect the connection and relation, especially the time that we spend together with all the family members. For comments and feedbacks, please send it to sharingvietnam@netvietTV.net. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.